All over the country, in local towns and cities, people are participating in historical reenactments, bringing the past to life. When I was a child, I participated in a historical reenactment of Tudor life at a manor house called Kentwell Hall. Inspired by my experience, I'm making this documentary to find others who share this unique interest.
When I met my husband, Pete, he was already really into reenactment, and one of our first dates was that he took me off for a weekend to Hastings. There was an English Civil War battle going on the Battle of Hastings site with a whole group of his friends, so they took me to their hearts, and I enjoyed the event. Quite a lot to do with the social side of it. And later I kind of then got more interested in the medieval period, which I'm dressed for now. Like this outfit, I've got ties down the front, and the dress underneath this pink dress has ties down the front, so I can tie them up. But if I was very rich, I'd have ties down the back because someone would have to tie them up for me. It's all it's very...
Sue Beecroft's extensive knowledge of medieval life was fascinating, but which period of history did she enjoy reenacting the most?
They all bring something different. The English Civil War Society, 1640s, was really good for the social life. There's a big group of people, you all got a team, you got a job in a team. And we did more music, so I've got in my little belt pouch, I've got my medieval recorder. So then we both joined a bicycle club, and we did Victorian reenactment with bicycles when the bicycles first coming in, so that was late 1890s. This is my Victorian bicycling outfit, which is an 1890s sporting, fishing, hunting and bicycling outfit for ladies. Because this was the era when ladies had to wear a skirt, and it was considered very, very daring to wear anything other than, well, ladies just didn't wear anything other than a skirt, and having a hint of someone's legs was quite provocative. That was a period which was called rational dress reform, so they started to bring in other kinds of outfits for if you were going to go bicycling. This is my book that I started when I was doing medieval recorder playing. So what I did was gather tunes together and then split the book into sections by what era of history it is. So they're little tabs that say when the tune was done.
A far cry from the typical medieval reenactment, this event taking place at Ickworth House depicts history from an often overlooked perspective, the life of a servant in the 1930s. Why do you think people generally perform reenactments?
I think a lot of people love history and representing their period of history.
How do you think escapism ties into reenactment?
Well, I think it can do. I think people can sometimes escape to the world of reenactment and have, say, a whole weekend where they really immerse themselves. And some people do take all completely authentic kit, and that's great, you know. I think some people really specialise as well in one area. So I've got a friend who has a mobile forge, and he'll take that along to a Civil War reenactment and be doing sort of metal work. So I think a lot of people do it for the history and love of that subject. And then there's people like me who are perhaps very happy to learn about history and know something about it, but there is a very strong sort of social side to it as well. So. And if you're a little bit of a show-off, that helps. Really amazing how immersed people get in it, and I sort of suspect there's a little bit of escapism involved in that.
It is clear that the art of resurrecting our past through reenactment is deeply embedded in our society. It is an essential part of our culture. Most likely, it will continue to be so, as it takes a new form within the next generation.